you're trouble, ain't you? Or are the rumors wrong? Look alive, Miller. You got us a customer. Maybe some of y'all know how this one goes. Don't worry, you ain't getting paid for it.
Yo, 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 yo. What is up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Saturday night, early Sunday. Really hope everyone's feeling good. Hold on, I'm bringing up the chat so I can see if anybody can even hear me right now. There we go. What is happening? Fluffy, entering the building. Much love, Curbs. Special shout out to GSX, Nick, Undead Caesar. What is up, man? Special shout out. Hold on. Chat just updated on me. Okay, now I got you guys back. There we go. Special shout out to Doomer. Alright, I think we're good to go. I think we got everything working. Fluffy, what is happening? Alright. Serve some drinks. There you go, Gerald. Oh wait, I guess I chose to drink myself. We got no choice but to take the shot. Cheers! Everybody doing okay in the chat? Late night, it is 1:37 my time. And of course we'll be here into the night, just getting warmed up. Okay, there you go. There you go, Gerald. Some fresh moonshine on the house. Now, don't ask if it's any good because it's pretty bad. But nonetheless, it is moonshine. And come on, man. We're not trying to get too drunk, right? Can't go overboard. The stream is just beginning. Wait, what is going on here? Oh, There we go. I had the mouse on like the wrong spot. It popped something up on me. Really? Unflavored moonshine, Marcel? This is what you serve? Fluffy? She demands something better than that. She wants premium moonshine. We're talking top shelf. That's like somebody orders a margarita, and instead of you giving them Jose Cuervo Gold, you give them, I don't even know what a weak brand of tequila would be. There we go. We want this strong moonshine. Weak tequila, that would have to be, it'd be like Uncle Jose's discount tequila, something like that. Do me a favor, guys, hit the like button. Hope you guys enjoy the stream tonight. Gerald, my home health worker might be on tonight. On yours or on their own? Let me know, Gerald. Drop a comment. Much love to everybody in the stream right off the bat. And it's going to be a good stream. So, actually, if you missed last night's stream, I wanted to, of course, explore some secret locations. But we did have a stream sniper who was showing up. So, definitely got to do it tonight. I'm looking forward to that. You could see the blizzard is in full force. So, what happens when we visit some areas that are already pretty cold, right? They're already the most frozen locations in the game. So we're going to visit those locations with the all-out ice storm intact. So it should be cool. Definitely should be good. Much love, Flibble. Look at this, dude. Tumbleweed is even white-capped. I'm telling you, a lot of times, even during the snow, you'll come to Tumbleweed, and there won't be much snow. It'll be snowing on one end of the map, but not over here in Tumbleweed. That is not the case right now. I mean, it is just absolutely coming down right now. We got hail, sleet. Is there such thing as a snowy tornado? Like, has there been a tornado while it's snowing? I've never seen one. I can imagine it's got to be like that, right? Like, like a snow-nado? An ice-nado. That actually has a good name to it, right? Ice-nado. Damn it. Sci-Fi Network, we came up with that first. We're trademarking it. Trippy presents the Ice-nado. Is Sci-Fi still around? They gotta be, right? Massive shout out to everybody. We're just firing up the stream. Fire and ice tonight. But yeah, I really hope you guys have a good Sunday. I'm definitely looking forward to the Sunday. Should be a good one. I actually earlier had went out and did some Christmas shopping, so I think I got pretty much all of the Christmas shopping out of the way. I got to double check on a couple people, but managed to pull it off and should be good to go. Massive shout out to Star Wars. Dude, the snowstorm looks pretty epic, man. This is awesome. Kick back, relax, enjoy the stream. And once we get to our location over here, our destination, I will explain where we're going. Matt, what's up, man? Good to see you, Matt. Hey, huge shout out to everybody in the Trippy Club, members of the channel, just absolutely carry Trippy fam. So you guys mean the world. Appreciate the heck out of you guys, and it's going to be an awesome stream. It's definitely going to be chill. I don't know about y'all, but I'm down for just chilling. Got my coffee here. Actually, I'm going to need a refill soon. Okay, so hold on one moment. So, of course, we are down here next to the Sea of Coronado. We are going to do a trick that we know, which will get us outside the map. Now, the reason why we have to go down to this area of the map, ironically, is to get to the top of the map, right? So we want to explore the glacier, which has several key things going on up there. There's a frozen lake. Of course, we have the frozen ice cave. And, the tallest mountain in the game is right here. There's definitely some pretty cool things that we want to check out. And, of course, we have to go with our horse. So we have to go this way so we can get outside the map with giblets. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of giblets. I do have, I think, a little bit better of a horse for this situation. Alright, let's check out our options. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend so far. Slip shoe. No, only on PlayStation tonight, broski. I mean, we'll probably be spending a good, good portion of the stream getting to some of these locations, I mean, Slip Shoe, obviously, one of the big reasons why... Oh, wait. Why did I call the hunting wagon? Oops. I meant to switch out the horse. Can I get rid of the... Alright, dismiss, yeah. We want to get our horse. So we want to switch it over to Jingle Balls, our special... We got a bunch of horses. Our special Christmas themed horse. That is crucial. Fluffy, I don't know if you know this trick or not, but if you do know it, I'll need your help. Like I was saying, I'd love to have Slip Shoe with me because Slip Shoe has helped us get to the highest peak. Well, one of the highest peaks in the entire game, right? So, also, we need the help of somebody to get us in the ice cave if we do actually want to go in there. So that's why it would be nice to have Slip Shoe help us out, but in this case, we'll see if somebody on the PlayStation can get over. If not, it's not a big deal as we have plenty of other locations we got to look into as well. Alright, let's see if we can cross the water. Off we go. Much love, Zombie. Oh, wait, hold on. Good to see you, Zombie. Good to see you, Shelly. Special shout out to Gerald saying, I have to more Christmas shopping. Okay, good luck, man. Like I said, I went earlier before the stream. I mean, a lot of these stores that, I go Christmas shopping at are open to like midnight and 1 a.m. this year, which is pretty sweet. I even ran into Target, and I think they were open till like 11, so it worked out. Much love to we got, there we go, we got Shelly, our beloved mod, joining up. I think we also had, did we see Trippy Nate Dogg in there earlier? I know we got Zombie in here, so it should be Gucci. But yeah, drop a comment, let me know what's on your mind, guys. You know how it goes, man. Just one of those trippy Saturday night streams where obviously I'm going to be showing you guys some dope stuff here within Red Dead Redemption 2. But I always want to hear from y'all. Anything on your mind, let me know. I did, so of course with my birthday being yesterday, the 19th, I did get a gift card to Amazon from a family member. So I did use that gift card to buy Metroid Prime 4, because I know one person, well, I was thinking one person might buy me a Switch game, and they had got me the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. So I did use the gift card to buy Metroid Prime 4. So I don't know if you guys are going to care too much if we should stream that one. I probably will. But I'm a huge fan of Metroid Prime. I think that game is awesome. I like the first two. The third used the Wii motion control gimmick. I wasn't a huge fan of that. But I do really love the Metroid series as a whole. So I'd like to play that game. I do have it on the way. Matt Miguel, what's up, broski? Alright. We are crossing the Rio Grande River. J-Mac, what's happening? Okay. We're not idling. So there's the mainland. I do have... There we go. I do have the horse. Hopefully able to follow. Well, actually, I'm thinking of single player, and online we're going to have to get the horse to teleport. No big deal. Okay. Whew, man. That was rough. That was rough. I think all this crossing the river is eventually going to make me get tunnel carpal syndrome, but it's worth it. Yeah, so as far as the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, also a big fan of Donkey Kong Country, but I did play Donkey Kong Country Returns back on the Wii back in the day, and that game was really good. You know, as a fan of Donkey Kong Country, that was one of my favorite franchises growing up. You know, the first Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. Picking up Returns, really didn't know what to expect, but that game I thought was really awesome. Granted, I haven't played it in forever. That was a pretty, it came out a long time ago. Donkey Kong Country Returns. So I know Donkey Kong Country Returns, Tropical Freeze. Oh, wait. No, it's just Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I know that game's supposed to be really good. I've heard people say it's even better than Donkey Kong Country Returns. They did release it for the Switch. So, yeah, man. Interested to play that. Okay. Now that we made it, I do need some coffee. I'm going to have to get Jingle Balls to come on over. I don't know if Fluffy or Gerald, if you guys know how to cross the river. It's not hard. It's one of those things where you have to hit the sweet spot. You know what I mean? You have to know exactly how to do it, but it's not hard, right? It usually only takes a moment or two. What the heck is wrong with the horse, though? Okay. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my eyesight. Thought it was glitching out for a moment. Alright, so let's do it. If you guys manage to get across, just follow it my way here, and then you could catch up to me, because I'll be checking out a few locations. Shelly, I still have Donkey Kong Country music playing in my head. I wonder if Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is like online multiplayer. I doubt it. Taco. You will be forever now known as Taco. Much love, man. Just kicking off the stream. Hit the like button. I'm sure you guys know by now, but there is a rare, absolute massive blizzard, which is hitting Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. You can see it, right? We're in Mexico, where normally it's pretty hot. It's going to be one of the hottest places you could be in. Not today. We got the snowstorm hitting the game, so we only have a limited time to go to, some already frozen secret locations. You're talking about the secret ice lake. You got the ice cavern, Mount Trippy, the tallest mountain in the game. You got some really cool secret locations that are very cold. So we're going to be going to these locations that are historically cold, and of course we're going to be going to them during the blizzard. So it should be interesting. We will see what happens, and of course we'll be here all night long. Much love. Huge shout out to everybody who joined up last night for my technically my birthday stream, even though it's the 21st now, talking about Friday night stream. Really had a blast for that stream. Actually, what happened at the end was we were in a battle at the Saint Denis Market. We were going for the undefeated streak, and Fluffy was going super, basically she did not want to lose. She wanted to make sure we got the victory. So we did pull off the win, and we got an undefeated night last night, which was definitely pretty sick. Coming through with the birthday stream. And yeah, man, really appreciate you guys. That was really fun, and it was just an overall chill stream, you know what I mean? But I will say, We did want to visit some secret locations yesterday, and we couldn't because we had a stream sniper. To be honest, it's one of those things where we're pretty well used to stream snipers, especially in Red Dead Redemption 2, where we really have, there's nothing you can do about them. You could easily stream snipe and, you got open freedom, because it's not like in Grand Theft Auto or some other online games where, where you have the ability to have like a private session. Red Dead Redemption 2, you do not. It's pretty much just an open session. Anybody can join up on you. Taco says, Trippy, say what's up to my son Jesse. He's listening. Yo, what's up, Jesse? Hope you're enjoying the stream. Huge shout out to your dad, Taco. And you guys are awesome for watching the stream and hanging out with us tonight. Much love, Jesse. Mr. Flibble. Hope you're enjoying your weekend, broski. Yeah, I had a pretty trippy Saturday. That's for sure. Can't complain. Let's hook the horse up with some stimmy. There we go. Alright, I gotta be careful. A lot of times I get in cruise control out here, which is not what you want to do, because there are many deadly traps that you can run into. Taco, Lady Blue is good right next to me. Dang, dude, you got the whole family, Taco. That is extremely awesome. Really hope y'all are having a good Saturday night, early Sunday, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. That's extremely humbling, and it's awesome to hang out with you guys, man. Greatly appreciate, the family environment that you guys cultivate. It's just one of those things where, obviously, I can hang out with you guys. I can only do so much, and you guys have been awesome, and I really appreciate that, man. You go into a lot of chats. Go to any other live stream. There's plenty of them, I'm sure, right now here on YouTube, and they're almost all a shit show, And a lot of chats, if you'll also notice, a lot of chats are dead. I've gone into some streams with like 300, 400 people, and it is dead in there. And you guys are always, you guys are just practicing what you preach, man. You good vibes, showing each other love, and it's one of those things, man. You surround yourself with that type of stuff, and it really is infectious, because that makes me today, like all day today, I was, being nice to people around me, showing people extra love because of how you guys were last night. I'm telling y'all, it rubs off on even me, because you know how it is these days. We don't want to mess with people. We don't even want to interact with a lot of people. Dude, check this out, chat. Look at this, man. We are outside the map in an area that you wouldn't even think anybody would go to. And even here, you got that fresh powder. Man, it looks cool. Operation Desert Snow. We will travel through the snow. It's like a combination of Hoth and Tatooine. It's like if they made sweet love, this is what we would have. Kind of. Alright, so we're making our way up, though. Gotta be careful. D-Rocks, what's happening? Huge shout out to Mickey. Hello, Trippy fam. Always great to be here. Happy Christmas and New Year, everyone. Yeah, we got New Year's coming up. Christmas is right around the corner. It's officially December 21st for most of us. Much love to anybody watching from Hawaii, where it's still pretty early on Saturday. I think there's some parts of Australia where it's still Friday. I don't know. I'm still confused on how that one works. Much love to D-Rocks. Appreciate you joining up tonight. Saturday night. It's the middle of the night right now. About to turn 2 o'clock a.m. for me. Good time, right? Where no one can mess with you. Everybody's passed out where I'm at. And as always, hopefully I sound okay for you guys. The next new video, really looking forward to finishing that up and getting it up for you guys. Speaking of the next video, we have to pick the fourth finalist for the PS5 Pro giveaway tonight. So we got to do that in the stream. I'll pick somebody. So how that's going to work is I'm going to pick somebody random from the video, from the newest video here at the channel. And so we'll pick it here in the stream tonight, but I'm going to have to announce it in the next video. So that person who we pick is going to have to claim it. Okay? So hopefully they claim it. Matt Miguel. So we can only do so much. You know, we can pick a winner, or at least a, you know, fourth finalist. Hopefully, you know, there'll be somebody who's going to watch the next video and pay attention. Because we have the fourth finalist we have to select, and we have the fifth finalist. And it'd be nice to do, you know, we obviously want to do this around the holiday time. You know, we got to do it at least before New Year's, but we got to get this fourth finalist selected, so that way we can do the fifth finalist. And then we will have all 5 finalists, and it'll be, you know, look at that view, holy cow. It'll be the grand moment where we pick it, you know, pick the actual winner out. Okay, well, yeah, we'll pick the fourth finalist today during the stream. So good luck to everybody. I'm sure all of you guys dropped a comment, so I know all of you guys have an opportunity here. Quick heads up, if you did not drop a comment in the last video, go do that now, because I'm about to pick somebody out of that to be the fourth finalist. It could very easily be one of you guys. Special shout out, no way, Steve Balls. Steve Mother-Loving Balls. Wow, dude. Happy birthday, my man. Appreciate another 12 months of great work. Stay trippy. Oh, much love, Mickey. Wow, Steve Balls. When we have the great trippy wedding, Steve Balls, you got to be a candidate for best man at this point. You are the broski, man. Much love, Steve. Or as I say, I am Steve Balls. If you know, you know on that one. Much love, Mickey. Cheers. I'll drink to that, Mickey. Cheers. Guys, I do have to get a refill of coffee. So, I'm thinking when it's nighttime, we're gonna, because we want to hopefully time this out to where we get to the, you know, the frozen location over there. We want to get to that around, you know, daytime, of course, so that way we get a good view. So I'm thinking, what time is it now? It looks like it's getting dark. Alright, so hopefully we can get into a good spot where we can kind of camp out for a moment and I can grab a quick refill of coffee. I have a Keurig. That's how I make the coffee here, so it doesn't take long at all. Oh. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure to show love to Steve Balls. You know, Steve Balls is really one of the reasons why the Trippy fam is so cool. And we've gone back. There's just certain people that, I don't know, man. Like I said, it just makes what we do here between the chat and everything just cooler. And Steve Balls is definitely one of those guys. Zombie, also one of those girls who makes everything cooler. I will say Shelly kind of makes everything more nerdier, but that's okay too. Let me know if there's anything you guys are looking forward to when it comes to the Christmas or Hanukkah or holiday season. You know, if there's anything maybe you're getting that you're looking forward to, something like that. Whatever. You know, when it comes to Christmas and all that for me, you know, I never really expect anything. You know, I'm not expecting some sort of big Christmas present, but in doing so, you always get surprised. You know, I never expect something big, but even getting the Donkey Kong Country game, even that's a pleasant surprise because I've been wanting to play that game for a long time, and now I have it, so it's cool. I got somebody got me a 3-pack of Pokemon cards, and I got a Gengar card. So even that's cool, right? Put it in the card collection. So you know how it is. This time of year, it's a good time where you can be surprised, because a lot of times when you want to get something, you have to buy it for yourself. So sometimes it does feel good when you get something because somebody gives it to you. Special shout out to Young Guapo. What's up, man? Don't really recognize a lot of this place from the snow, but it's pretty nice actually. I mean, this might surprise you guys, but where I'm at here in Florida today, I had to wear a sweatshirt. So it was rough. I got through the day though. The extra weight, it was rough. I had to really pace myself. I'm not used to wearing a sweatshirt. I'm used to wearing t-shirts. But don't worry, I still wore shorts. I know it was tough. I was contemplating, do I have to wear jeans? I said, hell no. Not today. No, just kidding. It was a little chilly though. So let me try to figure out where we are. Okay. Now the ice trail that we are trying to get to starts right about, right in here, so still got a little bit to go before we make it to there, but we want to shoot straight north. Or, hold on, let me realign that. We want to go, if you go outside the border, back in the border won't let, anyways, let's just do that. Much love, Zombie. Happy birthday, RJ. Hope you feel sexy as you sound. Oh, well. I actually feel much older all of a sudden. You ever have a birthday? And you're just all of a sudden you're like, wait, how old was I? What did I just turn? I thought, wait a minute. I thought it's like you feel like 10 years younger than, you know what I mean? It's like, nah. I just legally was able to drink not that long ago, right? That I remember it. Well, kind of remember it. Okay, I don't remember that night at all, but that wasn't that long ago, so, but no, time flies, it really does. Much love, Zombie. Special shout out to Dolph. Oh, I think Dolph's in Florida as well. It's kind of cold out there. It's not really too bad. Man, I need some coffee though, I'm not gonna lie. DEFCON Red. Is that thing? I think it's only numbers, right? What's the DEFCON for you need coffee? So I think it's DEFCON 1 through 5. And if you needed coffee, it's DEFCON Brown. We have a DEFCON Brown. Report DEFCON Brown. Or wait, that might be if you have to take it. I don't know. What is the DEFCON from? Much love, Mickey. I can't believe how fast 3 years have gone. Exactly, dude. It's crazy. It's like in the time that a lot of us have known each other, it's like we could have graduated high school and then, finished freshman year in college. But I suppose that's right. You know what I mean? Obviously, feels like we've known a lot of people in here. Feels like I've known forever. Some people are brand new. Yeah, I really hope all you guys are feeling good tonight. Enjoying the evening. We'll be here all night, so you can get comfortable, relax, grab some baby oil, Wait. Never mind. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave the hobo probably right over here on this crest. And I'm gonna quickly run over the refrigerator, run over the kitchen, and come right back. Look at that view, guys. Wow, it's stunning. I can't tell if the view is just absolutely stunning or if I can't see shit. Somewhere in between. Alright guys, Zombie, you're in charge. Don't let anything happen to the hobo. If not, it's your ass. I'll be right back, guys. Much love. Don't go anywhere. And hit the like button. Alright, guys, made it back. Everyone still here? Who's still here? I'm going to do a head count. Alright, 40. Alright, we lost a few people. Zombie, are you still here? She's gone, didn't she? Of course. You know, you put Trippy Zombie in charge, and then you get back and she's nowhere to be found. Classic. This reminds me of the time where me and her went out to the club. And, you know, of course, she was supposed to be designated driver. So, I'm over here, you know, really wasted. Jeez, we got to be careful. This is deadly. And, you know, of course, Zombie, you know, she goes off and she's nowhere to be found, right? Completely MIA. So, needless to say, you know, so I have to walk all the way home. We're talking 27 miles in the snow in a place. This is in Canada. You know, I've never been to Canada. You know, there's polar bears, penguins, lumberjacks. It's crazy over there. So, needless to say, I got completely lost, blacked out, and next thing you know it, I woke up and I was in the gamer chair here at Trippy HQ. Now that I think about it, it might have been a dream of some sort. I think that was a dream. That makes sense. Now the polar bears make a lot more sense all of a sudden. Alright, so here we go. We're getting closer, guys. It looks like might have some sun creeping out. Looking pretty nice over here. 2:22 a.m. Okay, that's not the sun. This deep night with the moon trying to come out of the clouds. Really hope you guys are having a good night, chilling, getting trippy. You guys are completely allowed to get extra trippy tonight. You have a license to get trippy, that's for sure. So I got fresh cup of coffee. Tastes really good. What's happening with you guys? Space Jupiter was stood up for a woman, waited 3 hours till I gave up and went home, realized it was the wrong bus. Oh no, dang, Space Jupiter, that's rough. I mean, nowadays you probably wouldn't wait around, you know, with cell phones it probably happens less, right? I don't think I've ever been stood up, and I've never stood up a date. You know, I don't know if maybe that's just because my generation, you know, we had, by the time we were dating, you know, of course we had cell phones, so it shouldn't happen, but that would suck, you know. Get ready for a date and they don't even show, they ghost you? That's rough. Slipshoe, what'd you say? Got any holiday creamer flavors? No, not currently. The Coffee Mate creamers were on sale, buy one get one free. So I got like the regular Coffee Mate creamer, just regular creamer. It is fire. That's what I'm using right now. It's really good. And then the other one that I got with the buy one get one free was the it's like coconut or something, which is also really good. The coconut cream is pretty potent. So, most of the time I just get normal cream. You know, I'm not a big flavors guy. I do like flavors, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to at home, I just go with the normal cream. But, you know, it was buy one, get one free, so I got that. And, man, I didn't realize the Coffee Mate creamer. That one might be the best one. It's really good. Either way, coffee's super good right there. All right, let's see if we can get down without dying. You know what, let's go this way. Defensive maneuvers here. But again, you know, these areas, you can tell they're already, you know, snowy to begin with outside the map. These are certainly locations Rockstar doesn't want us to know about. but the extra layer of snow, just, man, it almost completes them, you know, because they all felt kind of incomplete. But now that we have the snow on the snow, it's kind of like low-key finishing it, even though they still need to add a lot more. Slip shoe, snickerdoodle creamer, huh? I once had a girlfriend I called Snickerdoodle. She didn't like that nickname, and that's the reason why we broke up. Let's see. No, just kidding, but I think I did meet a dog named Snickerdoodle once. So yeah, Snickerdoodle. Give it to me. It would be kind of a funny, sexy pet name. You know, you're knocking the bottom off of her, calling her Snickerdoodle. Harder, Snickerdoodle. I can't even say that. Oh, man. It'd be a good pimp name, though, don't you think? It's like, whoa, whoa, don't mess with that. No, or don't mess with her. That's Snickerdoodle's girl. You do not want to mess with Snickerdoodle. He will F you up. Alright, note to self. If I ever become a pimp, if I ever decide, streaming is no longer fun, I'm going to become a pimp. I'll call myself Snickerdoodle, and then I just have to find some hoes. Alright. We have made it. Let's go ahead and make our way over this direction. Is that the ice trail? I think this might be the ice trail here in front of us now. Again, man, really hard to make sense of anything, right? With this weather, nothing looks right. This direction. What time is it in game? Whoa. 5 o'clock, alright. Morning time. So yeah, in front of us here is the massive ice trail. We've talked about it before. We speculate that this was supposed to be a pretty big portion of the game. I think there was supposed to be an avalanche included. We actually also covered how the avalanche has dead horses in it. So, there's just so much proof that this was supposed to be a significant section of the game. I think it was supposed to be in chapter, 1 or 2 or whatever. For some reason, Rockstar decided not to use it. So, perfect time to look at the ice trail. And for the purposes of the stream, we definitely have to start at the very beginning of it. Much love to everybody in the stream right now live. Hope all you guys are having a good night. J-Mac, Doomer, much love Mr. Flibble. Space Jupiter hanging out saying the penguins are building a rocket to the moon. Yeah, those penguins are smarter than you think they are. Zombie says, let me be a hoe. I love gardening. You would be the #1 hoe, Zombie. Your gardening skills would be masterful. Alright. Oh. Look at that. The big bad wolf, he could huff and puff, try to blow your house down, but at the end of the day, he can't even move. So, what do we care? Alright, so the ice trail, you can see right here that there's an avalanche, and it is really, really impressive. Especially compared to the other. There's another little avalanche you can find within the actual map. But this one here is just so grand, and you can tell it's got the 2 different mountains there. So it was definitely meant to be something big in the game. Now, I bet you Rockstar was not happy with how it looked. You know, that's got to be why. It seems like everything is here. I'll show you some pretty good proof that we were supposed to have an avalanche, but maybe it just was not yet impressive enough, or perhaps it took up too much, or it was glitching out with all the particle effects. It'd be nice to know. But see, right here, this is the trail. See, this is the start of the ice trail, and you can tell it comes right through here. But Rockstar really didn't do much. I mean, they kind of put some rocks in the way and called it a day. And now you can't pass it. Much love, Taco. Both my sons playing Madden against each other. Wow, that's awesome. It's the simple things in life. Much love, Dark Side. What is it? Dark City and Bat? Love the name. It was supposed to be a mission where you got caught in an avalanche on your horse, or on your horse, along with other people in the first seconds of the mission, 7 seconds of the mission. Much love, Dark Cityan. Not sure how you know that, or if the, your source is good or whatever, but from the sounds of it, it definitely sounds like you know what you're talking about, because that sounds exactly what I was thinking, something like that. But here's the avalanche. And, if you look at the avalanche, we never noticed this. For a while, I looked. Nobody had really reported on it. I saw some people, make videos about this, but even they didn't talk about it. But the more you look into this thing, you can even find some dead horses that were caught in the avalanche. I mean, look at that one underneath the tree. I mean, for all we know, this could have been Arthur's horse. Maybe the beginning of the game, he has a horse that he names Buddy, and he's like, Buddy, because of you, I'm going to keep going. You're my only friend. You're my true friend, Buddy. And then, boom, avalanche comes out. Boom, tree on Buddy. You got Arthur. Buddy! No! I always loved you, Buddy. Something like that. There could have been a whole storyline. And then Rockstar maybe looked into it. They're like, damn, this storyline with Buddy is stupid. Let's just take it out. It could be that. But you clearly have a horse that, it's on the top here. So you could see maybe that moment where Arthur, he comes to it. And he's like, oh my God. There's an avalanche. And maybe I'll have to look more around. I think I've found like 3 or 4 horses all around. But that's where it really makes you think. If we found the horses, then maybe there's something else in here. Maybe there's something we haven't seen yet. Kind of makes me want to look closer, like over here. Like, what if Rockstar put an Easter egg in the snow? Now, of course, right now you have the current snowstorm in the game, so that's where it looks even better. I know there's another horse. I want to say somewhere right around here. There it is. There she is. Look at that. Now this one, I mean, that thing is ass up right now. That thing got caught in a sticky situation. Isn't that crazy? Like, you never notice something because it kind of blends in with the log. Let's see if we can melt it. No. Like, what if we found a caveman? Stuff going on up here. Some more down trees. Much love to everybody just joining up. Hit the like button. Hope you guys have a good Sunday coming up. We will have another stream Sunday night. I know of one more horse, but I have a feeling There might be one that I haven't noticed, or like I was saying, might be something in here that I've yet to notice. A lot of, there's definitely a lot of detail for a location that was never actually in the game. Anyways, now that it's morning time, you got the full-on avalanche. It looks perfect. Much love, D-Vamp. What is happening, D-Vamp? Are they wearing saddles? No. Horseshoes, I couldn't tell, but they're not wearing saddles, as far as I can tell. Now, granted, the one is upside down. But yeah, it sounds like they do probably belong to somebody. But it's hard to know for sure what Rockstar had in mind with that whole thing. Now you can see there's plenty of room here. There's an obvious path. So even with the snow coming down, which adds even more snow, look at that. You got some rocks. And you can tell that this was probably meant to be with that same mission. Come right over here. And, you got this path. And I believe it leads to the tallest mountain, which is right there. Not to mention you have the ice cave, which is an interesting part of the game, right? Because you got these ice caves which look absolutely incredible, and they're pretty large. But it's, yet again, something you never really are supposed to see. That one little hole that leads into the ice cave, where the river's coming out of, so you can kind of see in there, that has to have been an opening that we were supposed to go into. I think that was really meant to be the way in and out of the ice cave. I don't know, maybe not, because there is a river that flows through there. So right here, you got the glitchy rock. There's got to be a reason why it's all glitched out. Lately it hasn't been looking as bad. See, it's not as glitchy as it once was. What the heck? But because of how it looks, there must have been something to that. Another area that goes incomplete. That was probably supposed to be a significant portion of the beginning of the game. Now right up here is where we have the glacier, which is to the right. But let's go make a stop at that frozen lake. Dark Cidian. Cut content is all over the map. I know, man. Well, I was reading up on some interviews with, developers with Rockstar Red Dead Redemption 2, and, it's one of those things where there was so much incomplete with the game that they didn't finish, that they were even worried when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. And I could see that, imagine if you create something and you had so much that you wanted to be part of the game or whatever you're creating, let's say a movie, and you have to cut stuff that you want to be part of it, you just didn't finish. So of course you're going to want people to see that, that context, that additional lore, maybe certain missions that were supposed to be big, like perhaps in Rockstar's mind, Arthur having to survive an avalanche and natural disasters and whatnot. Maybe that was going to be something that was really going to make him the man that they were trying to portray. Instead, they had to cut it out of the game. But that has been really part of video games for a long time. We have plenty of stories of games that have cut content, and it's just tough. When you want to create entire worlds, it's not easy. Now over here is the frozen lake. So yet another example of something that Rockstar wanted to be part of the game. They wanted this lake to be here for a certain reason, but they never completed it. Space Jupiter, are you mentioning Boba Fett? Boba Fett was cut PS2 Bounty Hunter, but added to a PS4 game. Really? Interesting. Huge shout out to Russell. We got Space Jupiter says they cut Destroy All Humans PS2, but may add on PS4. think that was the case with Super Mario Galaxy 2. Oh boy. Oh, I think Super Mario Galaxy 2 was supposed to be DLC for Mario Galaxy 1. And, you know, they just turned it into a whole full-fledged sequel. And that game is very good. Some people believe that is even better than Super Mario Galaxy 1. So technically we're underwater right now. Tall says, I heard GTA 7 is going to be out before GTA 6. I could see that happening. Makes sense. Starts getting into Final Fantasy type stuff. It's like, alright, instead of instead of GTA 6, we're going to come out with GTA 5X. Starring a new character, Butch. Everything else is the same, but there's also Butch. Alright, right next to the frozen lake, you do indeed have a second frozen lake, or in this case, you got the frozen lake, and then next to it, the frozen pond. Who knows what Rockstar would have done with these things? I'm thinking, you know, Chapter 1 was just supposed to be longer. You know, right now it kind of stands as a tutorial chapter, but perhaps it was supposed to evolve out of tutorial and, you know, add a lot more to it. I think Rockstar, another reason why Rockstar probably cut it is because they might have wanted to get right over to, you know, the meat and potatoes of Red Dead Redemption 2. You know, when it comes to the story and Dutch and all that. Look at that, guys. A hole in the dimension. Nothing to see here. If you came across that in real life, it would prove to you everything's a simulation. GTA 5 2. D-Vamp, I think they should do that. You know, I would not be opposed to that. Same with Red Dead Redemption. You know, why don't they do that? How about next gen, right? They release, instead of Red Dead Redemption 2 next gen, you know, or Red Dead Redemption 3, they could give us a Red Dead Redemption 2 Part 2. That sounds stupid though, right? Man, I think a Red Dead Redemption 2 DLC, and then they could even price it like higher if they make it that good. But, you know, they could give us a Sadie DLC. There's a million different options for them. How about Red Dead Redemption 2, the college years, where you play Dutch during his college years? Everybody would buy that. Gotta be careful around this area. Not one. These are not really big caves, or whatever you want to call them, but we're coming up to the big boys here in a moment. So if we fall in, we're dead, and you guys know we've already come a long way. And it's kind of cool, right? Because right now, there's a large-scale blizzard within the game, and it's hitting us right now, for sure, but because we're already in, you know, such a whiteout centered area that you can't tell as much. Zombie dropping the night owl emoji. J-Mac, there's definitely going to be a Bermuda Triangle mystery. I agree. J-Mac made a video on that one for sure. Doomer, what'd you say? You gotta think this area was developed by somebody and was never even meant to be seen. Now AI can take over that and generate the landscape. Yeah, I'm not a big AI guy. You know, I do think a lot of that stuff is brain rot. Obviously, there's some pretty hilarious stuff that comes out as well, and maybe some good can come of it. But when it comes to the area, don't forget, it is used a little bit. You know, when it comes to that mission where you got to save John, that does happen not too far from here. But you never go in the ice cave, and there's a lot of places around here you never see. Cobra Commander, what's up? Salute. Oh, nice one. Nice jump. Come on, Jingle Balls, you can do it. Jingle balls, jingle all the way over to the hobo. Come on. Here we go. Zombie says that horse mask is sick. It is pretty nice. It is pretty sweet. You know, jingle balls, so like a reindeer. Okay. There we go. We got to go up this direction here. So right over to the left is a massive mountain, and we're trying to make it to the top of that, which will really give us a great view, you know, with this blizzard in full scale ice storm mode. This here is the ice mountain. Okay, so if you go up there, you know, you can see how it keeps leading on up. I think I know the route we can go, though. Gotta go down the slide. Jingle balls. Yeah. J-Max shriveled jingle balls. Well, yeah, you know, there's going to be some shrinkage right now for sure. It's cold out there. But, you know, he's hung like a horse, so putting all of us to shame. Even when he's, even with the shrinkage. Alright, so let's see. Where are we going up? I think we got to go a little bit further up here, and then we can make our way up the mountain. Where's Slipshoe when you need him? Much love again to Taco. Special shout out to Dark Cidian. Much love, Dark Cidian. Man, that's crazy. Isaac, I mean, I can see them cutting that, dude. Like, I feel like maybe that's a little too heavy, you know, for that early in the game. Again, it would really be cool to, you know, figure out exactly what Rockstar had in mind there. Be careful, guys. Just don't teleport me, whatever you do. All right, we gotta go up this way. Going up the mountain. This is how you mountain climb, you know. You stick that pistol up in the air and start heading up. Shout out to Slipshoe, J-Mac, Fernie Torres. Appreciate you, Fernie. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. Trying to get up there. Make sure it's the right direction, though. Not that we can tell. Alright, let's do this. Damn you, poachers. Alright, moving on up. Well done, Gerald. Well done. You freed an animal. Gerald White, friend to people and animals alike. Now, what about bugs? Because if you stepped on a bug while doing that, then that's not cool. It's tough to be a bug. We're almost almost up to the top of this mountain. It's nice how this mountain, you know, lets you easily get up to the peak. Or the other one across the way, not so much. Come on. Look at that, dude. Nice. This view's looking pretty sweet up here with the snow. J-Max says Gerald out there saving animals. Gerald's just trying to impress the trippy girls, you know. The trippy girls are a sucker for an animal lover. Alright, come on. Who isn't? What the heck? Go, go, go. Gotta be careful not to fall off the side of the mountain. That will lead into death. Alright. I think we're looking pretty golden, though. Look at this, guys. Mount Trippy. We were the first ones to make it up here. Myself and Slipshoe. The tallest peak in the game. How damn epic is that, guys? Now, we want to reach that point right there. That is definitely one of our goals. Easier said than done, but look at that, man. We've made it like right here. We've made it to this point. We haven't made it up here, so you can see how close we've been. One day we're going to make it, though. We're not giving up. But as far as this part right here, I mean, look at this. You even have a perfect spot to kind of walk to the edge. And look at that. One false move, and you are donezo. The hobo is a beast. And technically, I think right here is the tallest point in the game. Look at that. Towering over everything. Those mountains right there are not real. So in other words, if you try to go on that mountain, you actually would fall through. But that is pretty high up. So not only are we at the top of the mountain, but we're at the highest mountain during a full-scale blizzard in the game. Snow coming down everywhere. It's funny, though, if you think about it, because it's actually more tame right here compared to some other places in the game. You know what I mean? Because we're so high up, it's like we're higher than that powerful blizzard that we saw earlier. Much love, Trippy Nate Dogg. Alright, guys. We got 69 people in the chat. Now that we are at the top of the mountain, that's how we roll. We are going to pick somebody random out of our recent video here at the channel. And they are going to be the fourth finalist. Alright, the fourth finalist in our PS5 Pro giveaway. So if you don't know, just to get you up to speed, we are giving away a PS5 Pro here at the channel. Trippy stipulations is you do have to be pretty much in the US or close by, unless you want to pay, you know, an absorbent amount to get, you know, you obviously would have to pay to have it shipped. But we'll look into that, and, you know, if you get picked, we could, you know, there's a chance, but keep in mind, mainly trying to pick people that we can actually ship the PlayStation 5 Pro to without it costing an arm and a leg. So with that said, we have 3 finalists so far, and we're about to pick finalist number 4. So all you have to do is drop a comment on the new video, and I will pick somebody completely by random. Right now I'm actually loading all the comments. You can imagine there's quite a bit of them. And whoever we pick will have to claim it. I will then say in the next video, unless they happen to be in the stream right now, then you can go ahead and claim it right now. But if not, I will announce it in that next video. And then that person can claim and then become the 4th finalist and have an opportunity to win the PS5 Pro, the Trippy PS5 Pro. Hold on, I feel a sneeze coming, guys. Whew, excuse me, sorry about that. Look at that, we're on top of the mountain, tallest point in the game, and we're still beating missions with the posse. Damn, dude, this is legendary up here, guys. Absolutely legendary. Tallest point in the game. Full on Blizzard hitting Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. Limited edition Snowstorm. Hell yeah. Alright. Got everything loaded. You guys ready? And the 5th finalist will be picked during a live stream, guys. So just bear in mind. Make sure you hit the noti bell. That way you don't miss a stream coming up, as we will be picking the final finalist to win that PS5 Pro. So with that said, good luck to everybody here. Hopefully you guys dropped a comment in the new video. Alright, here we go. Closing my eyes. Randomly picking. Good luck, guys. Alright. Congratulations. It is none other than... Okay. Nuclear Nixons. Nuclear Nixons, guys. Nuclear Nixons. So, at the Nuclear Nixons, I'll even let him know. Alright, actually, you know what? I'm going to announce it. I don't even want to... I'm just going to announce it. There we go. Okay, got you guys back up. Nuclear Nixons. Nuclear Nixons hangs out in a lot of streams, so there's a chance that he could be in here. Probably not, but he does hang out during a lot of streams. I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. Congrats, Nuclear Nixons. If Nuclear Nixons does not claim it, then I'll make sure that we have to pick somebody else, and we'll do that during a live stream. And we have one more finalist to pick. And good luck to you guys. I mean, you know that if it was up to me, I would hook all of you guys up with a PS5 Pro. I would send Zombie a PS5 Pro. Nate Dogg, I would hook up with a sick PS5 Pro, customized. Shelly, I would give maybe like a Nintendo GameCube to. Matt Miguel, I'd give a PS5 Pro. I'd hook all you guys up if I could. That's for sure. So hopefully, we can hook somebody up who's worthy of getting the trippy PS5 Pro. I know they will be. Also, if Nuclear Nixons is not somewhere where we can actually ship the PlayStation 5 Pro, then we'll have to pick another 4th finalist. We got the sun setting on the tallest mountain. Looking pretty sweet. Okay. Dude, that almost looks like a crater down there, man. I wonder if maybe, with the mountain not being used, maybe there was even meant to be another crater. Perhaps that's why we never found the 3rd meteorite. Because the 3rd meteorite was meant to be back here. I mean, look at this with the avalanche, and look at all the cracks in the glacier. It's like Rockstar created this epic looking area and really didn't use it that much. What's up with this mountain over here? That's kind of a strange one, isn't it? I hereby name that one Nipple Mountain. Kind of a hard nipple because it's cold. Alright, so we made it up here. You could tell, surprisingly enough, the snowstorm, because this is our first time ever making it up here with a snowstorm like this, and I thought it would look way more intense. I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong. The funny thing is, though, guys, we have activated the Infinite Thunderstorm and then came up here. So we've seen it looking apocalyptic up here before. We did that during a stream. We'll do it again. But, yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny, right? Because we've seen it looking all kinds of messed up here. Where right now there's supposed to be a massive blizzard, but there's already a lot of snow up here. It's already snowing most of the time because of how high we are. So, yeah, it doesn't look as extreme as it would when we activate that Infinite Thunderstorm. But like I said, hit the noti bell, and we'll do that again soon, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Activating the Infinite Thunderstorm and then getting up there to the top is one of the coolest looking things in the entire game. Trippy Nate Dogg. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that happening. Really hope you guys are enjoying tonight's stream. Coming up on 3 o'clock here in the East Coast. Yeah, the light is Jingle Balls waiting patiently for us at the bottom. Fortunately, we don't have any of the other posse members. What about the throw up glitch doesn't work in story mode, right? Or online, right? I think it's story mode only. It's a weird looking crack over here. Much love, Blue Unicorn. What's happening? Alright, so what I'd like to do is cross the map. We have the horse, so it shouldn't be too hard. And we want to get right around here. So hopefully we don't die on the way, because there's going to be some, you know, a little bit of shaky areas to go through first. I think we can actually go up here and it'll lead to a secret path. Yeah, we got to go up here and then through here. Yeah, this way. This is where we're trying to get to. Special shout out to everybody in the chat. D-Vamp, Space Jupiter, Mr. Flibble, much love, J-Mac, Doomer. Huge shout out to Fernie. What's up, Fernie? D-Vamp, I still think the third meteor doesn't exist and is actually a byproduct of the way collectibles are stored in story mode. Possibly, D-Vamp. I mean, the game tells you there's a third meteorite, and on top of that, there's a special edition collector's. It's like a guide to Red Dead Redemption 2, and in that, it tells you about the meteorites. It even says how they grant you a special power within the game. So I think it was intended to have 3 meteorites, and it just kind of got cut along with some other stuff that we've seen. Special shout out to Taco, Angry Jello. The temp is broken in online. I can't get it to 0 degrees. No. Really? Interesting. Jeez. Virtual Trippy is starving. Looks like we don't have any meat either. Gonna have to survive off of canned kidney beans out here. J-Mac, yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely lazy from Rockstar to delete the content and then not really clean it up in the game, so it leaves us completely confused. And you got the whole Gavin mystery, IKZ, Arthur's second penis. You know, we hear about that, but we never see it. You know, there's just certain things in the game that, unfortunately, Rockstar just left incomplete. And it's painful. Red Dead Redemption 2 is pain. Space Jupiter, no reservation site. Wapiti, right? Let me make sure I'm going the right way here. Okay. Don't want to fall off the edge of the cliff if I can help it. I'd prefer not to. We're gonna go slip sliding. As he does it. Taco says, my son didn't believe me when I said I could get shoutouts on Trippy's stream. I think, oh yeah. Anything for you, Taco. You're VIP around here. Tell your son that you are a close personal friend of the Trippy fam, and we got your back. Much love Dark City, and the third meteor was meant to be a quest in the game, but it was cut due to polishing of the final product and limitations. Okay, so you're saying the third meteorite you were supposed to get during a quest, so it wasn't something during a, like an actual open world type segment. Interesting. And that would explain why it's so easy for you not to be able to collect it, right? I mean, if you delete the mission itself, the other things are in an open world, the free roam portion of the game, so they'll be there. But if you are supposed to collect something during a mission and the mission is cut, and Rockstar doesn't, decide, hey, let's take this item from the mission and put it somewhere random in the game, all of a sudden you got, kind of got a plot hole in a way. So from here, we should be able to just go straight ahead as fast as possible. I think we're past most of the treacherous stuff, but yeah. Oh no, Fluffy. Be careful out there. If you need to request parlay, I can do that. Oh no, the posse is gone terminal. Moment of silence for Matt Miguel. So this is going straight down. Should be a straight shot to where we're trying to get to, guys. It's nice over here because unlike a lot of the other parts of the game we were just going through, it's pretty deadly. You got to watch your step. Where here we should be able to kind of bullet train our way over to the location. Wanted to give a quick shout out to anybody who's new in the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way it'll tell you exactly when we go live or put up a new video. And we are giving away a PS5 Pro, so we're going to be picking another finalist soon. Let's see where the heck we are. Again, this area looks different, I mean, even if it was meant to have snow. In fact, I don't think this area does have snow. So this is an entire region that we're in right now that normally has 0 snow. And it's outside the map in a place that Rockstar doesn't want you to even see. And it looks done with snow. This is another example of an area that is incomplete, but you just add that fresh powder to the top, and now all of a sudden it looks done, right? This could easily be a region of the game, and now, in this case, totally unused. Alright, some large rocks to maneuver around. Dark City, what'd you say, dude? Frank Sinclair's mural has a lot of information in it. Yeah, that seems to be more, deleted content as well, right? Okay. Much love to Gerald. Privy, say hi, my friend Madeline Shakespeare. Huge shout out to Madeline Shakespeare. Hope you are enjoying Red Dead Redemption. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my gosh, that was almost disastrous. Much love, Gerald. Anybody who's friends with Gerald is friends with us, that's for sure. Or at least somebody that's gotta be cool. Whoa. Roller coaster. Make sure to say hi to Gerald's friend, Madeline. See how close we are. We gotta be getting somewhat close. Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, so this is gonna lead us to a secret out-of-map river. It's interesting. Got the tree a little bit out of whack right there. Start to see a river soon, I think, unless the river's frozen over. It's crazy looking right now. Again, this area is not meant to have snow, or at least it doesn't most of the time. Right now it's completely snow-capped, and I think we're going to be seeing a river or a lake as well. We're also going to be right over the Brandywine drop. So there it is. There's the river, guys. This is the river that feeds into the waterfall. And then eventually the Brandywine drop. Nice little river that creeps all the way up. Looks crazy now with the snow. And then this is going to lead to yet... Whoa, 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 what the heck? Alright. Interesting. Alright, so this should lead to another frozen lake over here. I guess this one's not frozen. This one's just a lake. Deleted lake of some kind. Unused. So unlike those other two lakes that we didn't, we never went to, this one isn't frozen. But, there's not supposed to be snow here most of the time. Yeah, it's a pretty good sized lake. Who knows what Rockstar had in mind for it, but it does also go into the river, which is the source of water that fuels the Brandywine drop. Much love again to Space Jupiter, Dolph. Can you get out of map single player? Absolutely, Dolph. Special shout out to D-Vamp, Shelly, Russell, all you guys in here right now. Really hope you're enjoying the stream. And also Nuclear Nixons was selected as the 4th overall finalist for a trippy PS5 Pro. So, yeah, we'll see if he claims it. It becomes that official number 4. Alright, so here is the waterfall. We got to be really careful. See, now you got snow up here. And to me, this waterfall always really reminded me of Niagara Falls. And now with it really looking more like that Buffalo, Canada, more than ever, be a really cool time to see it. Never been up here with the snow, but it's very easy that you can slide down to your death. Damn, look at that. That is an epic view. How far can we go? Without, we don't want to trigger the death. I know it's close by though. One of the biggest waterfalls. Much love, Undone Monkey. Special shout out to J Mac. How close is it going to let us get? Hopefully it doesn't kill us. Wish me luck, guys. This might end it. Okay, there's a lip. Oh, dang it. See, it would be so cool to get to the edge, but for some reason, Rockstar doesn't let you get that view. I mean, nonetheless, it's coming right for us. Nonetheless, there it is, man. Look at that. Looking more like Niagara Falls than ever. Maybe not quite that big, but during the snow, it really feels more natural than ever. I really like the snow in the game. You know, you always get to the end of the month and, you know, naturally you're going to have people saying, oh, you know, I'm done with the snow. Can't wait for it to go away, bring back the normal map. But I love it. I think it should be a little bit more frequent, personally. Like maybe a snow weekend or something. But it looks extremely sick. And, yeah, man. Maybe it changes too much of the game. You know, it does seem to bring some glitches with the change of the landscape. And then of course here, you know, you got the river coming from the massive waterfall, and that is what leads into the Brandywine drop, which is already, you know, pretty damn epic. And now kind of turns into that frozen waterfall. This spot right here, you know, where you can see for miles. You see all that white in front of you. The waterfall right here dumping down. So, you know, considering the weather, definitely one of the best locations in the game. And, you know, right now with the snowstorm, it's pretty sweet. Much love to all you guys in the chat. Really hope you enjoyed the stream. I do have to dip out for now. Huge shout out to Nuclear Nixons. We'll see if we can reach out to him on being the 4th finalist. And really, really hope you guys have a great Sunday. We are going to have a stream Sunday night, so don't forget to sub. You know, hit the noti bell. That way it'll let you know as soon as we go live. I have a bit of a busy Sunday, but I do want to do a special stream Sunday night. But we did it, man. We got the ice cold snowstorm hitting the game right now. We never made it into some of the sections with that snowstorm that we saw today, but kind of reminds me, like, damn, dude, we got to go back with the infinite thunderstorm. So we'll have a stream doing that. A lot more, guys. Seriously, y'all are legends in here right now. Space Jupiter, Shelly, really appreciate you tonight, Shelly. Raven Cat, much love to Blake Speed. What's happening, Blake? Mr. Flibble, James Bond hanging out. Special shout out to Taco. All right, guys. Really hope you all have a good Sunday. I will talk to you soon. Don't miss this Sunday night stream. Stay out of trouble. Try not to get arrested. Final shout out to Matt Miguel. Much love, Flibble. Alright, guys. Peace. Until next time. Adios, muchachos. And as always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends. Good night, guys. Y'all come back now, you hear?